So Sam, laser sailor, cyclor to a coach. How's the new role, and tell us a bit about what you do?
It's been great. We've got a big sailing team now, so between Ray and myself, we're trying to just manage the sailing team and make sure we've got the right objectives for when we're out on the water. But it's been good fun so far this campaign.
So you would say your role is sort of supporting Ray, and are you more like on the data side or more sort of the athlete skills set side?
Kind of a combo of everything. We split up the roles through our sessions, and a bit of everything.
Okay. Today was pretty light out there. You must be pretty impressed by the bottom end of the conditions today. So what do you think the new wind range is for these boats?
It's definitely going to be a little bit down on the last cup, and we're going to see us racing about 7 knots, I'd say.
Yeah, it was like almost 5 or 6 at times there.
Yeah,
for the manoeuvres was okay,
before
right?
a bit of gas.
Yeah, it was good. So I guess quite a lot of new crew and lots of rotations we've seen in the last few days. I guess how do you maintain sort of consistency of learning in your coaching role?
Well, at the moment we're trying to really just make sure we rotate people through and give everyone a go. We've got a young sailing team and they're just all developing at different rates. So we're trying to get them all on the boat, and this is quite a big step up from sailing the 40s. So everyone's learning at a really good rate, but like you say, it's really important that we make sure we share the learnings within the group and everyone improves. So really just making sure we capture that, and that's a big part of Ray and my job.
Sure. If there was sort of like maybe 2 things that you could take that's different between the 70s and the 40s that the young guys have had to sort of take on, what would those 2 things be?
Obviously just managing the loads at scale, and also, they're controlling a lot more on the boat.
Okay. I guess plan for next week, looking into next week, what's the plan?
It's a bit marginal. The weather at this time of year hasn't been quite as settled as we could have hoped. So trying to find good sailing days and the days that we can make the most of, like today, is a little bit harder. But hopefully a couple more days next week.